Prof. Koh Lian Pin, 4 cards, please.
Sir, Singapore's master plan is the statutory land use plan that translates the broad long-term strategies of our long-term plan into detailed plans to guide developments in our land space. Singapore's sea space is almost as large as our land space. Given the increasing demands on Singapore's sea space, for example, for aquaculture and coastal protection measures, it may be important to also better plan for our sea space to meet our future needs. How is the government incorporating Singapore's sea space in our master plan and long-term plan? Singapore has been experiencing warming temperatures due to climate change and our densely built environment. Passive cooling strategies in newer estates may help or may enable residents to keep cool without resorting to turning on their air conditioners. But residents in older estates may feel the brunt of warming temperatures. Researchers from the Cooling Singapore project have also identified temperature hotspots in places such as Geylang and Woodlands. What are the government's efforts to ensure that our built environment continues to be livable for residents in all estates in the face of rising temperatures? How will the findings of the Cooling Singapore project be factored into Singapore's land use and development plans? In 2022, the government announced important changes to Singapore's Environmental Impact Assessment, or EIA, framework, which includes enhancing the transparency of such environmental studies. However, a number of recent marine EIAs were not made available online. Instead, members of the public had to make appointments to view these reports, which can span hundreds of pages, in person during office hours. Singapore's marine areas will face growing pressures due to developments in our aquaculture sector and our coastal protection measures. Easier public access to EIA reports can be helpful, for example, in soliciting public perspectives, feedback, and suggestions to ensure that our aquaculture and coastal protection activities are implemented with adequate consideration of the need to conserve our marine biodiversity. Can the government share whether it plans to make future marine EIAs available online, perhaps with redaction of confidential portions if necessary? How would the government better engage with the public on these findings? As an island state with limited land, Singapore has to continuously adapt to the changing needs of our society through strategic master planning and the constant renewal of our built environment. Tearing down existing concrete buildings to construct new ones will unavoidably require cement production, which is the largest single industrial emitter of carbon dioxide, accounting for 8%, approximately 8% of global emissions, based on a recent peer-reviewed scientific report. An alternative to such a clean slate development approach is to repurpose existing infrastructure for new users to minimize both environmental and societal impacts, such as carbon emissions and noise and air pollution. Are there interministerial strategies to optimize our master planning through the adaptive repurposing of our built environment?